How do you now deal with the idea that we die, that you may not exist after you die, that you may not see your children or your parents or your loved ones again? Just this sort of nihilistic sort of inclination that some people have, that's just life's not worth living if we're all going to die, and it ends at death. How do you deal with that?
Okay, well, I feel like I kind of, just because my dad's death happened just a month ago, that I kind of covered that earlier without knowing this was coming. But this is what I would say. What I would say with that is loss is inarguable. It's undeniable. And I'm not going to do that. I surrender to that fact. I accept that fact as a human on this planet. And the only option I have is to love well now, because my dad died over years. It was a long goodbye, but we don't know, we don't know how long we have. So what I would say is our charge is to love in the present now, and live like it's all we have. And that is my great offering to death. That's all I've got, is if there is a way to stare down death and to acknowledge that it exists, it is to live with everything we have right now. And then the other thing I'd say is, when it comes to like loved ones, or I bow to the mystery of it. I have no idea. And it is something else. I think birth offers that sort of stillness or sacredness, if you want to say. And death offers that too. Seeing someone's last breath offers that as well. And I would love to think of my dad living on. That would thrill me to no end. But for now, I am his best chance. My children are his best chance. My siblings, my mother, people who were touched by him, that in some way were changed by him, that is how he continues to live in the world, And that is something that I can embrace and that I can know is real. And so that is how my dad is immortal to me.
What about you? Your mortality?
And I think, strangely, going through the process with my dad, I think it allows me to be more present to that. It didn't make me more fearful. I think it made me less fearful because I was able to see it for what it was. And it's undeniable, the power of it and the inevitability of it. And so, luckily, I'll tell you this. I think we have plenty of practice for death in daily life, because I feel like there is plenty of loss to go around. And that may sound depressing, but I don't mean it depressing. I mean, our children grow up. Things change. We lose our health at different times. We may lose a knee that once we could run, now we can't run because we have an injury. We lose friends. We lose their loss abounds us, and I view that as a practice for the ultimate loss and deaths that come our way. How we surrender to those little deaths, I think it has everything to do with how we, in the end, will surrender to the largest one of all, which is our own.
So are you scared to die?
I am not scared to die. I do have some feelings around controlling how I die, just because I've seen someone die in a very long, drawn out, undignified way, that I love the idea of being able to hightail it to Oregon or to have some choices. That's what I'll say, how I die.
But what about the thought of you never existing again? That someday you're going to close your eyes and Margi will be no more.
That informs me and how I live, that I really want to live. I don't know. For me...
Why live if you're just going to die?
Because it's what I have. There is no, like, what's the alternative?
Oh, but if life's hard, it's painful, suffering, why not just end it if you don't believe in life after death?
Oh, for me, I just feel like there is so much beauty and so much goodness to be had, so much joy, so much learning, so much experience. We get to give to each other, we get to connect, we get to love. There's just so much here. And the value maybe isn't in it being forever. Like, what if that actually isn't the value of it? What if the value of it is that it's here, right now, for the taking, and that's what we've got? I don't know. I'm highly philosophical.
What if you never see your kids again?
What do you mean, what if? There will be a time that I may not see my kids again. And living with that makes me draw close to them and love them up and just engage in the present moment in a way that matters versus taking it all for granted because we think it goes on and on and on. It informs the way I feel like we love, we connect, and the respect with which we treat time.